Oh, hey! I heard you liked my last wig video, so I have a new one for you. Today, we're gonna make this. I call it the lampshade look. Katya loves a lampshade. Laganja loves a lampshade. Sia loves a lampshade. Everybody loves a lampshade look. If you're looking for curly styles, check out my original video. It'll be somewhere over here. For this project, you're going to use Kanekalon. Only 4 packs was needed for this wig. It's even cheaper than the last one. You're going to need a good wig block, one nice and sturdy like this canvas one, and a mount. Do you think I look executive and professional? Well, guess what? I'm a tacky hoe who uses hot glue. You're going to need a teasing comb and a wire wig brush, which is also going to double as a really big teasing comb. We're also going to use some bamboo skewers, parchment paper. You may also want a blow dryer and a flat iron. Up to you. And I think that covers my materials list. Anything I forget will appear in magical bubbles right here.
Okay, actually I forgot a lot. You need pearl pins, a wig cap, thinning shears, and hairspray. I'll have a more detailed list of all the items you need in the description below.
Alright, on with the show.
First, we're going to mark the hairline on the wig cap, and I'm going to do this a little differently than last time. Find a point on the top of your head where you want the bangs to start. Draw the line all the way down through your sideburn area. This line will set a boundary to help keep the sides of the wig from crowding in your face. Draw a hairline where the bangs will start and a center part line. And last, make horizontal lines on the sides of the wig cap so we can make sure it's leveled when we put it on the wig block. Now we're going to cut the hair for the base layer of the wig. If you're doing an ombre wig like this and can match the color of the bottom ombre, you only need 1 pack for this part. Cut the whole pack into 4 equal strands and divide each of those into 4, making 16 strands. Before you put the cap on the wig block, cover it in parchment paper. Hot glue can't stick to parchment paper and the wig cap will have a nice clean finish on the inside. Use whatever means you can to get the parchment paper on the wig block. Just make sure there's no pins or tape left underneath for the glue to melt to. Now we can start to apply the hair. For this wig, we won't be pre-gluing sections like we did in the last one. We're actually going to apply them directly to the cap. Start by grabbing a section and cut a nice flat edge on it. Pump glue on top as well as inside the end of the strand to help melt the fibers together. More glue is better. Run the tip of the gun around the edges to catch any stray fibers. Fan the section out about 1.5 to 2 inches and apply directly to the wig cap. Use a bamboo skewer to press the glue in and then roll up and away. The more glue you have in a strand, the cleaner it'll pull away. This one actually needed a little more glue. As you put this row on, mind the lines that you drew up front and don't glue past them. For this style, we need extra volume at the base, so you're going to glue 1 more row of hair directly on top of the previous row. Comb everything out thoroughly to get out any stray hair, and then we can start teasing. To tease the hair, we're going to make circular motions with the teasing comb. The comb doesn't even really have to leave the hair for this to work, you can just do circular motions in place. But make sure you're able to tease through both layers of hair. Once you have a nice thick matted section across the roots, take your large wire wig brush and we're going to back comb out the entire thing. Just comb straight up and then go out. This makes everything real fluffy. Now that you have a somewhat Dr. Wily-esque looking thing, lay out your ombre hair to see how long to make your sections. A note to you, when the wig was done, I cut it way higher than I thought I was going to, and I actually lost a lot of the ombre effect. So I would start the gradient a little higher than I did here. Once you figure out where it should sit, cut a section. You'll find the gradients start at different places on every pack of hairs, so you want to make sure to line them up next to each other to see if they match. After that, divide each section into 4 pieces as usual. Apply your first row of ombre hair an inch or 2 above the first layer. Tease it, back comb it, then smooth it back out. Apply the bangs to the hairline you drew. I did 3 layers of bangs on this wig for coverage, and you need to thin them out quite a bit, otherwise they'll get too bulky. So take a section you would use on any other part of the hair and thin it down to about half or a quarter of that. Ideally, if there's enough space and things line up right, you want these bang layers to intersect in between the hair layers. That way your hair can be pulled in more directions without exposing the wig cap. Apply your second ombre layer and your second bang layer. We aren't teasing this layer though. As you're doing these bang layers, gently pull the hair sections into kind of a fan shape as the glue is setting, especially on the sides. This is another step to help prevent holes. Now you should be here. The long blue line is where the final bang layer will rest, and the short line is the part. Apply your last layer of bangs. Once again, fan out the sections. You want to put your sections a lot closer together now so there's no holes on top. Build many layers close together in a U shape around the part until you have just enough room for one more section on each side. So now we're going to form the center part, but I have a little graphic first to explain how it's going to work. Take your section and glue it backwards, and do it closer to the edge of the other hair, not the center part. Repeat this step on the other side. Once it's dry, flip the hair over and put a line of glue at the center part and use the bamboo skewer to pull the hair flat against the glue line. When you do this step on the other side, pull the hair flat again and mash it towards the already dried center part. If you goof on any of this and made any visible areas of white glue from touching it too much, you can use a blow dryer to remelt and conceal it. You can also use the blow dryer to flatten the part. Be careful not to burn the hair. If you want to reduce the texture without killing the volume with a flat iron, you can kind of half-ass blow dry the hair, and as it gets warm, the texture should loosen up and it'll get shinier. Now we pretend to know how to cut hair. It's kind of hard to see where everything falls without cutting the wig on yourself, so I cut a nice chunk out of the bangs and out of the side so I could finish it on the wig block.
I feel like I'm done.
Or you could be done.
Do I look like I'm from Steven Universe?
I am by no means an expert at cutting synthetic bangs, but here's my strategy. Cut the bangs evenly first. Shape the bangs with the thinning shears, making vertical cuts. Do the outer layers and the under layers separately. If you make horizontal cuts on this part, you'll end up having lots of ugly lines, so just make vertical cuts and hack away until you have something nice and blended. For the rest of the wig, just play with it to your liking. I cut everything fairly evenly before styling, then I did vertical thinning cuts anywhere I didn't like. You should be able to style the rest of this with just hairspray and a large wire brush for teasing. And it's done! I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out my other series. I'll see you next time.